research program, the Center for Neuroscience research program at NYU. And I was there from May to, early August. While there, I worked for Dr. Clancy Blair's lab, looking at peer relationships and whether or not they have an effect on social development in peri-adolescent rodents. It's actually a translational study, but I was a member of the rodent half because that's where the neurobiology really sets in. We looked at the effects of early life stress on social motivation, both at behavioral and neurological levels, and then we also assessed whether or not peer relationships help to remediate, repair, or in any way affect social motivation following early life stress rearing. Getting summer research experience is beneficial in making you, first and foremost, more prepared for a full-term, long-term career in research, because it's the first time that you will get long-term, full-time hours in a laboratory without any other distractions. Also, another benefit of working in a research lab during the summer is that you will have a placement in that university. So, for example, I was dorming at NYU for the summer, and so you have immediate access to the laboratory. I'll just say lab. So you have immediate access to the lab, and then you're there from 8 to whenever, or 10 to whenever, depending on the environment of the lab. So for the first time, you really get to gauge what it's like to be full-time in a lab, and you really get to assess whether or not it's the right environment for you, which fortunately I found out that it was, and I found out that I actually really enjoy it. It's also really helpful that you usually, I'm not sure if it's like this in all of them, but you get a stipend, so that even helps you fully immerse yourself even more, because you don't have to worry about having like another source of like income in order to like survive, right? And it's a whole package. It's a package deal. So the program typically offers resources to help you better equip yourself for the lab and a career in research in general. So I had access to 2 different coordinators of the CNS program at NYU, the CERT program. And so if I ever had any questions or needed any advice on how to frame a question for my PIs, they were there and they were ready. So one way my summer experience influenced my approach with research and the future steps I'll take is by exposing me to the fact that it's not necessarily a pipeline career. My lab in particular really helped me realize the applications that research can have. The summer undergraduate research program I was a part of really confirmed my belief that research is something that I can fully immerse myself in and enjoy. My advice for students looking to apply to a summer research program is, 1, consider location. If you have never left home, this is a great opportunity for you to leave the nest and really explore your horizons. 2, look into the faculty. Traditionally, when you get accepted into a research program at a school, they give you a list of faculty members that may be accepting students. I wasn't aware of that, which is why I went out of my own way to look for other mentors. So I definitely encourage all students to do that, because it turns out that there's a lot more flexibility than one thinks. So long as you email the faculty yourself and find out whether or not they have an availability. When you are exploring your options, make sure to look into things that you're interested in and consider whether you are trying to strengthen yourself in the skills that you already have, or if you're trying to gain experience in something that you feel that you're weak or not necessarily knowledgeable in. 3, while you're in the laboratory, feel free to ask questions. Your PIs are there to help you, and you are there to learn and to be molded into a future researcher. And so you shouldn't be expected to know all of the answers. Another piece of advice is, when you're looking for programs, don't sell yourself short. Let them reject you. You are a capable and competent student, and I especially say this to students that come from a more disadvantaged background, because I know that imposter syndrome is real and that they might be less likely to really believe that they're capable of performing. Really give yourself the chance. You never know. And if you don't get in, that's totally okay, because this is a learning process and it's all a learning curve, and you are you will have plenty of other opportunities. You really have to do is mold yourself into a good researcher. You don't have to come in as a big shot, because like I had said before, you're a student. If you're there, you're already doing great. While you're there, also take the opportunity to learn more about yourself. Is this the kind of laboratory environment that you prefer? Would you rather work independently, or are you really into a collaborative team? Do you like working with rodents, or do you think you prefer human subjects? Things like that all matter and all become very important, especially if you're planning on pursuing a PhD, where you will be spending 5 to 7 years in a program, and you have to make sure that it's right for you. Because remember, it's best fit and it's bidirectional. So in order for you to perform optimally, you have to be comfortable in your environment. So this is a great opportunity for you to really investigate what that means. Okay, this is so cliche, but please remember to enjoy yourself. When it is your summer, and this is learning. This is totally time to learn. But learning is fun, and you are working on something really, odds are, innovative and incredible, and you're contributing to that. So be proud of your work and enjoy yourself while you do it.